Next up, at UFC Vegas 83, we have Nasrat Haqparast taking on Jamie Malarkey. Go ahead. Feel free to flood the comment section with Jamie and Jacob. Look exactly the same. Hey, Jacob. I can't believe you're fighting Nasrat. Hey, Jacob. Where are your eyebrows? Hey, Jacob.
This looks like,
why are you so short? Hey, Jacob. Where's the rest of your dick? Hey, Jacob. Why is your voice so high? Hey, Jacob. How come there's no discernible Adam's apple? Get it all out. We get it.
Yeah,
it's exactly like.
Let's see. Can we see yours,
Mullarkey.
Angelo? Yeah, I didn't think so. Let's look at the Adam's apples real quick. All I see is
Nasrat Haqparast. Nasrat Haqparast, 15-5 overall.
This is
3-2 in his
me
last
versus
5,
Kelvin.
riding a 2-fight win streak. They do look identical. And that Kelvin that showed up, lock of the week, Kelvin, you'd smoke him.
This is me versus Kelvin, I think.
Nasrat Haqparast, 15-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, riding a 2-fight win streak, taking on Jamie Mullarkey, 17-6 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a bounce-back win over John Makdessi. This is an interesting fight. I do think these odds are a little bit wide, and I've got a nice little bet on this I'll tell you about in a second. But overall, Nasrat Haqparast, solid striker, pretty good volume. He's going to come forward, land at 6 significant strikes per minute. Very good takedown defense as well at 78%. He's got takedown offense just chilling in his pocket. He doesn't really use it nearly as much as he should. He can push a pace, and when he does, he finds his rhythm and he does really well. When he doesn't push that pace, when he's the one getting pushed and backing up like what Bobby Green did to him, he doesn't have that much success. He is coming off that decision win over short notice UFC newcomer Landon Quinones, who a lot of people thought he should have blown out and didn't. He's taking on Jamie Malarkey. This guy is not great to look at, a bit unfortunate. Dealt a pretty bad hand with the facial features, the eyebrow situation, the hair color, and all of that. But skill-wise, he's pretty well-rounded. He can wrestle. He's got a little more than 2 takedowns per fight average. He can strike with 2 knockouts in his UFC career. Not great everywhere or anywhere, but pretty solid everywhere. Strike, wrestle, cardio. He's pretty tough. Obviously, if his chin doesn't hold up, his chin doesn't hold up. He can't control that. But he's pretty tough. He'll come forward, and he'll actually bring the fight to you. He is primarily a grappler. He started his career as a grappler. He evolved into sort of a busy striker these last couple of years, and he did just get a win over John Makdessi, who, yes, is old, but John Makdessi is a pretty good technical guy, and Jamie Mullarkey sort of gave him everything in that fight. I don't think Nasrat's that good. A few years ago, he was supposed to be like this big prospect. I don't think he's that good. He doesn't use his wrestling as much as he should. We've seen him get outstruck. I don't think he's that guy. I do think he wins this fight, though. I think he wins this fight because he's going to keep his hands going. He can stay in Jamie's face. I think he can defend the takedowns. He's got that 78% takedown defense. Jamie's takedowns are not that good when he uses them. I do not think he should be a 2-1 favorite. I think those odds are absurd. And I told you in my quick picks video, while the pick is Nasrat, the bet is going to be Jamie Mullarkey when the prop bets drop. I was going to bet plus 3.5. That's buying points on the scorecard. So essentially, as long as Jamie Mullarkey, if he loses, as long as he loses a 29-28 or better, a split decision, we're good. We get paid. And the odds on that are absolutely phenomenal. If you're a premium member, you saw that bet. Jacob placed it. I placed it because Jacob called me and gave me a heads up. I appreciate you for that. And if you want to check out that bet and the odds on that bet, become a premium member because that might be one of the best bets on this card. Jakey boy, I picked Nasrat. I bet on Jamie. How do you see this fight going?
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't jinx that like that. But, I mean, this is a close fight. I mean, I think the odds are a little bit wide on this. The odds tell you that it's going to be a decision fight. And in a decision fight with these two, it seems like it's going to be a back-and-forth affair. I mean, Jamie Mullarkey is not a guy. I mean, this guy, look at this guy. He's not a fucking pussy. I mean, this guy's not a fucking pussy. This guy will get in your face. He's going to grind you. Even if Jamie Mullarkey, let's say that he wins his fight easily and he gets rebooked in February. And let's say he gets rebooked in February against a super heavyweight. Somebody maybe like a former sumo wrestler that comes in with his thong bikini and tries to just lay on him and be fat and just out wrestle him in February. Jamie Mullarkey is one of those guys that's tough enough to just absolutely smoke a guy like that. Somebody that is 3, 4, 5 times as big as him with no discernible skills except for just being big. That's how good Jamie Mullarkey is. Wow. I think he is the faster striker in this matchup as far as like not in the pocket throwing combinations, because that's where he kind of like hangs out and he gets in trouble a little bit. But as far as like fighting from the outside and throwing shots down the middle, I think he's fast. He's got a really nice step in jab. But the biggest issue here is Nasrat going to correct the leg kicks? Last fight, he was getting eaten alive with the leg kicks, and he was able to out-tough that situation. Actually, he showed a lot of toughness in that fight, was able to out-dog and win that decision. But he was getting chewed up. And one of Jamie Mullarkey's best strikes is a really heavy calf kick from the outside. He doesn't throw little light calf kicks. He throws really heavy shots. So if Nasrat has not fixed that issue, if he has not corrected that issue, he's going to get chewed up again. I think the power advantage goes to Jamie. I think the wrestling goes to Jamie. I think he's going to mix in a takedown or two against a guy like Nazat, throw him off. And I don't think Nasrat has the power to affect a guy like Jamie. Even when Jamie's hurt, he still will kind of dog it out. And people will be like, oh, he got dropped by Makdessi in his last fight. That was more of like he got hit and was kind of pushed as well, and he popped right back. I don't think he was ever really hurt at all. So I think Jamie's chin is a little bit underrated. I think that's a lot of people give him shit for like he doesn't have a chin. He's not very good. This dude's good, man. He's a good boxer, good combination. He does get hit, but when he gets hit, he loves it, man. And he will get in there and brawl and fight. I think it's a back and forth fight, but I like Jamie to mix in a couple takedowns and maybe even find a finish. When he lands, man, he throws a lot of shit into a lot of his punches, man. He throws hard sometimes, and I think he's going to land and find a finish.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that stuff, but he doesn't have a chin. Jalen Turner knocked him out. Muhammad Naimov knocked him out.
Jalen Turner.
Muhammad Naimov knocked him out.
Naimov's got fucking wild power as well.
John Makdessi almost knocked him out.
Didn't even come close to knocking him out.
lit him up. I mean, Alexander Volkanovski knocked him out. I mean, come on. Luke Kudabig knocked him out. Like, let's relax. Like, you get onto these net. Let's relax. He can be a good fighter without a great chin. That's an okay thing. He can be a
fine chin. It's a good-looking chin, too.
Okay. Now I hope he gets knocked out. F my bet. Now I hope he gets knocked out to prove a point. What a joke.
Oh, my God. The dog is taking a shit right behind you. I swear.
But he doesn't poop in the house. He's well-trained. He went to school.
I would. If I just wish, like, if there's a time machine built, I'm going to go back in time for that moment and just try to make it so he does just immediately start taking a shit right after you said that, because I would have started dying laughing.
Dude, you know what's crazy? We came home. So the little one, we put him in a cage.
Enough with the side. Can we stay on the fucking fights? I'm tired of you railroading this whole podcast.
We put him in a cage, and then Scout just roams the house. He's old, and he's an annoying dog, but he's not gonna have an accident or anything like that. I go to the airport to pick up my mother. I come back. We get the girls from school. We come home. It's probably 2-hour something round trip. In the media room where we watch the fights.
Is this gonna be funny or interesting?
It's probably going to be neither. In the media room where we watch the fights, we removed the closet. We put in a new like bar area with a couple of shelves.
You watch Bob.
And I'm gonna load it up with movie candy. Load it up. You used to come to the old house. We had movie candy, right? That was the thing. We would watch the fights. Grab
I'm not really
Sour Patch.
If you look at my Instagram, I'm not really a candy eater.
Okay. Anyway, I bought literally $100 worth of little movie candies. And I didn't put them on the shelves yet because they just stained the shelves today, so I was letting them dry. I left them on the couch like an idiot.
And the dog ate them. Here we go. Wow.
The M&Ms.
Oh.
And I didn't know he ate them until I was in my office updating this for this stream tonight. And all of a sudden I see the new dog licking something on the floor, and I look, and it's a pile of like chocolate mush. And I was like, what the fuck? Where did he get this? So then I get him out of here. I clean it all up. And then I'm like, where did he get chocolate? And then I'm like, oh my God, there's boxes of chocolate just sitting upstairs. I go upstairs. There's just holes chewed out of all these boxes of M&Ms. Ate all the chocolate. So Scout ate it all and just threw it all up.
You know, if you were on Kill Tony, which is already started, I want to wrap this up to get to watching that. Tony would tell you got to cut out the fluff on that. When you're telling stories, when you're trying to set stuff up, there was a lot of fluff in there. And you got to cut that stuff out to make it a little bit more entertaining.
I'll work on it. When I look at you, I want to cut out my eyes.